in today's age of big data, it is critical for all applications to be leveraging data and analytical insights for business operations. For relevancy search, this means having visibility into how your end users are searching and interacting with your application. In other words, leveraging client-side data about how end users are interacting with your application to make optimizations on your search indexes and queries to deliver more relevant results and drive meaningful business results. With Search Query Analytics, you'll be now able to track search end users' text-based search queries to answer questions like, what are users searching for most frequently? In the UI, you'll now be able to see the total number of search queries which are tracked up here in the top left, approximately 13,000, and the top 10 most popularly searched for terms. So in this example, we tracked the searches that users were making on the MongoDB documentation page. You can see the top result there is find, which means that that was the most popular search within our documentation page. It was searched for approximately 150 some times, making up for approximately 1% of all searches. I can also get the same information about the top queries that return no results. So there is about 17,000 queries, 1,700, queries that return no results, which thankfully, because that's a poor user experience, only accounts for about 0.1% of all searches. I'll also be able to see the search terms that resulted in no results. The importance of all this data is that now that I have this, I know where to focus my efforts to optimize my search queries or my search indexes to make sure that I'm always delivering something relevant for my users. In the Search UI today, you'll now see a new tab for Search Query Analytics, and there'll be a very easy syntax example of the parameter you have to add to each query that you want to track. It's called tracking, and you specify what you want to track in the search terms parameter. If I run this simple query that's searching within my Airbnb app, I look for waterfront, I add in the tracking parameter to also search for, to track the waterfront term. I'm going to hit search a few more times here to mimic multiple users searching for waterfront. And then I'm also going to make a change to search for listings that have schools near them. Also search a few times. And just like that, those queries are going to be tracked. When I now go to the Query Analytics tab, I can see that the most popular searches on this collection are for waterfront and school. I can dig into each of these search terms on the individual level and see the exact query that was run so that I know where in my application code base to go identify and improve those queries. You might be asking, why does this matter? Well, now that I know that my users are searching for waterfront or school, I can follow up on those and take some action to optimize those results. First, are there any promotional listings with waterfronts or schools that I should boost to the top of my results so that users have something that they're more likely to convert on at the top of their listings? Or is there anything that I can improve about the page's navigation or the table of contents or filtering options to make it supremely easy for users to be able to find listings that say waterfront or school in them? Or maybe there's something that my marketing team can do to run a campaign to capitalize on this back-to-school interest or summer interest in waterfront listings. And finally, I might consider simply increasing my product catalog to increase the number of listings that have waterfronts or schools to make sure that every user who is looking for a waterfront or school listing has something that they can buy, which will drive business results for me. Similarly, you can also see which searches did not return any results. In the demo, I'm just searching for ASDF, which evidently does not have any results. And then I go over to Query Analytics to see that there is 4 times user searches which didn't deliver results. And again, I can dive into that ASDF search term and see the specific trends relating to that and the query that I need to go investigate within my application code to resolve this issue. So imagine this. I am an online shoe retailer and I use Atlas Search to power the search bar that my users type into to search for the shoes that they want to buy. Query analytics tells me that the most popularly searched term is basketball shoes. And I know from historical orders that LeBrons have the best conversion rate for users who land on that product page to those who ultimately put the product into their cart and check out. So what I might do now is make sure that for every search for basketball shoes, LeBrons end up at the top of those results, because that way I'll drive more people into the funnel of those users who are landing on the page for LeBrons, and that might end up in the ultimately might end up putting those shoes in their cart and checking out. That means more revenue and more business results for me. Similarly, the top no results query is Air Jordan. That's a huge bummer, because even though we don't have Air Jordans in stock right now, we do have a number of other similar Nike products that those users who are searching for Air Jordans might be interested in. So what I can do here is add a synonym for Air Jordan as Nike. So instead of returning no results when users search for Air Jordan, they're going to see a list of similar Nike products that they might be interested in, click on the products page for, and that's just another user who, instead of maybe even churning from the website because they didn't get any results that they were looking for, have the opportunity of capturing and driving more revenue for my business again. As you can see, Query Analytics unlocks the next level of driving business value with Atlas Search, all within the same easy-to-use MongoDB ecosystem that we know and love. And so the last question is, how do I get access? I'm very excited to announce that Query Analytics is now available as a public preview to all MongoDB Atlas users on version 6.3 or later, as long as you're running on an M30 tier cluster or higher. And as always, with everything that we deliver, we want to hear your feedback about what you like and what you want to see next, and how we can do better to make developing modern applications with MongoDB Atlas as easy as possible.